Hi everyone, you're watching the virtual Amicus and I'm Jay Lodha. So today is a very special day because we're celebrating Women's Day, and it's just a gentle reminder that Women's Day should be celebrated every single day. So we wish to dedicate this day to all the amazing, strong, resilient women out there, all the incredible achievers out there. Now joining us today on a very special segment, which is Women's Day special, is someone who has broken the legal profession's glass ceiling long back. She holds the distinction of being the youngest woman lawyer and the only one from the state of Rajasthan to be conferred with the designation of a senior advocate by Honorable Supreme Court of India. She also holds the rare distinction of being one of the youngest additional solicitors of general of India. So today we are joined by Mrs. Aishwarya Bhati, ma'am. And just to give you all a brief introduction about ma'am, she was born and brought up in the beautiful Sun City, Jodhpur, in a traditional family with a strong cultural and value system, which is also an Indian Air Force family. She charted her professional journey as a litigating lawyer. She has a distinction of being the youngest woman lawyer and the only one from the state of Rajasthan to be conferred with this prestigious designation of that of a senior advocate from the highest and the apex court of the land, which is the Honorable Supreme Court of India. She's also the youngest additional Solicitor General of India and fourth woman in the country to occupy this coveted position. She has passionately fought for women's rights, child rights, rights for persons with disabilities, sustainable environmental laws, and also been a crusader advocate for anti-tobacco litigation. She's led from the front the rights of women lawyers of the Indian Air Force, the Indian Army, Indian Navy, for at par consideration for permanent commission and command positions. She's also been instrumental in leading the battle against the mighty tobacco industry on issues of larger pictorial warning, plain packaging, etc. She ascribes her achievements and standing to the indomitable values and spirit of her mother, who is her strongest inspiration and also her elder brother in her professional guru and mentor. She strongly believes in success is not about how much money one can make, but how much difference can that person make in people's lives. So thank you so much, ma'am, for taking out time for doing this session for us on a busy working day. Wishing you a very happy Women's Day. Ma'am, anything that you wish to say before we can
Thank
start
you.
with our segment?
Thank you so much, Jayji, for having me here with you and for accommodating that I am, just on my way back from court. So the little shaky appearance, but thank you for very warm welcome and very nice, gracious introduction, I must say. You mentioned that every day should be a Women's Day. I feel, some people have been saying that one day is just like symbolism. But there is a place for that symbolism. I wouldn't call it symbolism. I think it is creating role models. So it is important for us sometimes to be reminded that our life is surrounded by these champions and role models. So symbolism is not really is not a bad thing. So let's start on that, and then let's discuss whatever you want to discuss. And I really like your the name of your channel or your platform, the Virtual Amicus. I think it's wonderful when the legal fraternity can reach out, and virtually, if you can reach out as an amicus to people who need the help of the law. That's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for all the kind words. Well, the idea to launch this channel was always in the pipeline. It was only during the second wave of COVID-19 when I actually got the time and opportunity to execute it. And the idea was to because of COVID, a lot of opportunities and people were deprived of a lot of opportunities and access to senior advocates. So this was one platform that I always wanted to create. So thank you so much, ma'am, for all the kind words. Now, ma'am, talking about your glorious litigation journey, how did it all start? Since you're from Jodhpur, and you started your practice in Delhi itself, or did you practice here in Rajasthan before you moved to Delhi? If you can talk about your glorious years.
No, so entry into law was because I failed something else. I failed at a pilot aptitude test. That was my first love, but the law was because of my guru and professional mentor, my elder brother. He was the one who introduced me to the subject of law, and also showed me, not just introduced me, but also showed me how beautiful this subject is, and how law is a journey of self-discovery, law journey of making difference in people's lives, your own life. So he was the reason why I took to law. And after having taken to law, I don't know why, I think it was the, innocence, ignorance is bliss. So I think it was the ignorant young girl in me which did not know enough about litigation. So I thought, well, if I've taken law, let me practice in the apex court of the country. And it was out of that sheer ignorance that I decided to practice in Supreme Court. I don't know, I had this almost like a junoon that I want to practice in the Supreme Court after having taken to law. So that is how in fact, if I would have known better how difficult it is to have a journey in a metro city, Supreme Court is not a very difficult place, let me tell you that. But coming to a metro city, that itself is a very rude thing. And of course, young lawyers, first generation lawyers trying to make a place for yourselves, that all those multiplied. But it was a whimsical decision to come to Supreme Court, frankly, not well thought out, not part of a strategy or plan.
Very well, ma'am. And you've spearheaded and contested so many landmark cases. So any experience that you wish to share with all the viewers?
All the experiences are amazing, Jayji. I have been truly fortunate and blessed to have had some incredible experiences, uh, which, I often tell some of my younger colleagues that our constitutional court corridors are like the best of the Ivy League colleges. There is so much of learning here. There's so much to, that's why you can continuously remain a student of law. And from every aspect, every quarter, there is knowledge that is available from the bench, from the bar, from your colleagues, from your clients. They teach you so much about life, about intersection of law and life. You learn from, the registry, the clerks, the jamadars of the court, that there is learning everywhere. So I think it is important for us to appreciate that learning is going to be all around us. How we absorb it, how we take it is up to us. I think if some of the matters that that have been in prominence, some of my matters are matters with regard to permanent commission of women officers of the Indian Army and the Indian Navy and Indian Air Force. That, because Jaiji, we as lawyers, our professional ethics bind us to take all matters. So we're not supposed to be judges. We are supposed to make sure that everyone who comes to us has his day in court. He has access to justice. He gets that due process that is envisaged for him in our constitution, in our judicial system. So we are so even if somebody who's accused of a murder or accused of a heinous crime, we have to defend him. But sometimes in your professional journey, you get to represent clients whose journeys you associate with. Permanent commission of women officers was one such journey, because that was a journey of women in a male bastion, in a battling stereotypes and patriarchal mindset in a male bastion. So many parts of their journey was so similar to the journey of women lawyers in the litigation corridors. So I think those were journeys that you became associated with in a much stronger way. And I think because your thinking and your own convictions are aligned to that thought process, I think you shine better as a lawyer in those journeys. So representing women, and children has been something that I've enjoyed a lot. I have been a volunteer legal aid counsel from the beginning of my professional life, and I'm really proud of the fact that I have done so much of legal aid work. That has made me a better person and a better lawyer.
Well, words of wisdom there coming in from our Amicus. Ma'am, now you did mention that when you started off, it was definitely a male dominated profession and you had to battle not just the institution, but also the mindset. So, how did you manage to break that legal profession glass ceiling?
Jayji, if you ask me, frankly, I don't know how it happened. I'm not even sure. There is a glass ceiling. Yes, I mean, this is a profession where women are still very far in between. And it continues to favor men, so to speak. At least till our generation, that has been the case. But the situation is changing very fast. Law is a profession where it's very experience heavy. Young lawyers have it takes a long time. The gestation period is very, very long. And on top of that, if you're a woman lawyer, your initial years, which are anyways tough for a young lawyer, as a woman lawyer, it becomes double whammy. Because you have to not just handle the rigors of the profession, but you also have to face the societal pressure of the role that you have to play. That patriarchal stereotypical mindset is something that you have to constantly battle. Can we just pause for like a minute or so?
And lastly, ma'am, what would be your piece of advice to all the young female advocates, women lawyers, law students watching this?
I think the most important thing for all of us, and actually, I mean, this is something that all of us, men and women, girls and boys, we all need to follow, is believe in our dreams. That is what is really going to define our journey. If we give up on our dreams, we can't expect that our dreams are going to be picked up by somebody else. If you believe in something strongly, it will take, all the effort that you can put in. It will take all of your, not just your mind and your hands, it's going to take your heart, it's going to take your soul, it's going to take your toenails, your hair, your eyelashes, every bit of you. So you need to throw yourself fully. And I also believe that, honesty is something that honesty is the best policy. It takes us far. It's a simple attribute. It may appear to be a small thing, but I think honesty is really what makes our journey meaningful, fulfilling in the larger run. And the third aspect I feel is humility. So if we are, if we appreciate and understand that it's not all us. I mean, the earth may feel that it's the blue planet, it is the planet which has life, but it is nothing without the sun. It is nothing without the solar system. It is nothing without the satellites. So there's a lot of people, which go in making like it takes a village to raise a child. It takes multiple villages and towns to raise a lawyer. So appreciate that contribution. Be a student for life. Be curious, and please don't give up on your dream.
Fantastic, ma'am. So to all the viewers who are watching, be honest, have a dream, and don't give up too easily. Remain principled, remain honest with that, and put in a lot of effort so as to realize and fulfill and achieve your dreams like ma'am did. Ma'am proved up metal, and we hope to see many young lawyers pursuing and aspiring to have a career like ma'am. We couldn't have asked for a better speaker today on Women's Day. Thank you so much, ma'am, for doing this on a busy working day. Means a lot to me and my entire team. To all the viewers who are watching, our email is mentioned on the channel. In case if you have any queries, feel free to write to us. Any parting words, ma'am, before we wrap this up?
Nothing, JG. Enjoy your life. I think that's most important. Enjoy it with compassion, with everybody around us. And all the very best to you and your team and your listeners. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a pleasure recording this video. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, dear. Bye.